Welcome y'all to this February 25th, 2019. I'm going to give you my opinion, my thoughts concerning Nigeria election 2019, February. Now, before I give you the meat and the nitty gritty, let me get some basic petty issues out of the way. First of all, I'm not Nigerian. I'm African. That's all that matters. And number one. Number two, Nigerians will come to my page and say, focus about what's going on in your country. Don't talk about our country. Go deal with your own problems. Well, if that's the logic you're going to use, then guess what? You should shut down every media outlet and social media platform all over the world, because you know what? Everybody got a problem to deal with. Everyone is dealing with a particular problem or so in their life. So because somebody have a problem in their country or in their life, they shouldn't be talking. Then you shouldn't be talking to, because you got a problem. Go deal with your own problem before you come and comment on my page. Correct? That's number two. Number three, don't come and say, oh, what about your country? You check my YouTube channel and all my social media platform. I talk about the issues concerning the continent of Africa, period. Liberia, Nigeria. If an issue rises up and it pains my heart and I feel like I need to give my 2 cents, I will give my 2 cents. You don't have to agree with my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion. You can listen and you can keep stepping. There are so many other opinions out there. Find the one that you agree with. Run with it. Number three, we do not have to be enemies because we have differences in political viewpoints or political parties. Intelligent, mature, and civilized human beings can be friends with somebody with different viewpoints politically and religiously. I repeat, mature, mentally, emotionally, spiritually mature and intelligent and civilized people can still be friends with people even though they have differences in viewpoints politically and religiously. So if you can only be friends with me because I agree with you or disagree with you, well, I don't know what to tell you. You know what that means, right? Keep it moving. All right. What else? I think that's it, right? Now, I don't got all the pettiness out of the way, because I know many Nigerians or other Africans will say, go deal with the problem in your country first before you point our issues out. If that's the case, go deal with the problem in your life first before you come and tell me to deal with the problem in my country. Everybody is dealing with a problem or two or three in their lives. So because somebody have a problem they're dealing with in their life, they shouldn't voice their opinion on anything else. Then there should be no news media. There should be no social media outlet. Everything should be shut down, because everyone who got a news platform, a social media platform, a news outlet, a TV, whether known or unknown, whether popular or not, everyone have a problem or two or three that they are dealing with in their private life. So because of that, they should not have a voice. Correct? I mean, that's your opinion. I mean, that's your logic. So based on that logic, you also have some problems you're dealing with. So why are you here? Go and deal with your problem. In other words, keep quiet, right? If that logic makes sense, it doesn't make sense. And because somebody have a problem in their life does not mean they cannot help you with the problem you going on with in your life right now. I may have been through that, so maybe I have a wisdom or two to tell you. Hello? Anyway, I don't want to have a whole other tangent. That's not even what I was going to talk about. Coffee, anyone? We're going to chat. Look here. All right, Nigeria election. I think I got all the pettiness out of the way. Let's get to why I'm here. Nigeria election. First of all, what did they say? February 14, 2019 was the set date for the election, wasn't it? Next thing you know, they postponed the election on the day of the election. Right when that happened, I smell fish. The Americans said we smell fish or smell something fishy. I smell a dead rat. That had corruption written all over it right there. I lost all hope and all faith in any candidate ever winning fair and square, regardless who I support. Right there, that was a sign right there, especially the guy who's already in power. You know his name. How can you even approve of an election that has been scheduled years in advance? It's not like you say the election date was something that you just pick a day out of the hat and say we're gonna. It's been years planned. And the day of you cancel, you postpone for a week later. You didn't have enough time to gather all those thugs and Yahoo boys and street boys and gangster and gangbangers to go and do your dirty work at the polling booth. Is that what it is? You didn't have enough money, enough time, enough strategies, enough resources to blackmail them and to pay them off to go do your dirty work so you can stay in office, or one of your so-called people can get there? Is that the reason why you did an extra week to plan? And there's video all over social media of them burning the people's ballots, destroying and dismantling the ballots. Come on now. You postpone the election. Then I saw another video. They have police officers, war tanks, military tanks. I mean, you just name it. So you guys had all these weapons all this time. And Fulani's herdmen, Boko Haram, are slaughtering your military and police people like animals. And you say you don't have weapons. But the time for election, and Nigeria looks like a war zone. Because all the big guns don't come out. So now we know what your priority is. Your priority is not to protect the lives of the citizen. It's to protect your agenda or your political party's interests. And the sitting president made a speech on the news. Anyone who is found messing, is just snatching the ballot boxes, he does it at the expense of his own life. What does that mean? If necessary, kill him or shoot them. Isn't it? So that means those ballot boxes has more value than human lives. The one running office, sitting in office. Hello. He value ballot boxes, piece of paper, more than he value human life. And that's the one you want to vote to come and rule you. Who has no respect and dignity and honor for basic human life. Right, he doesn't have it. But you're going to vote for him. You're going to come and curse me. Don't curse me. I'm not into your nonsense. You will be blocked. Straight up. So you cancel the election. You postpone it. Then you see anybody who's caught snatching the box, is at their own expense. I don't have to show you the video. You go find and listen to it yourself. Hello. They are burning ballots, boxes all over the place. Hello, Nigeria. But you call yourself the giant of Africa. With all of this nonsense, they burn, they postpone the election, they snatching the boxes, some of them burn it. Then we should come and take the results and believe it, right? With all of this corruption, my first red flag went off when I heard the election was postponed on the day of. You imagine in America we having the election that just passed with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. You imagine the morning you're supposed to go to the poll to cast your ballot, it's canceled for a week ahead. You imagine that happy? What a mockery! What a shame! And to make it worse, people who even did go to vote, you snatch the boxes, you destroy it, you burn it. The president said they catch you doing it, they should deal with you at your own expense, at the expense of your life, excuse me. Quote, that's his own quote. What a nation. And then when Donald Trump said Africa, or supposedly, allegedly he said or didn't say the continent of Africa or whoever, they from, SH, crap hole country or crap hole continent. Can we blame him? Can we blame people for saying that? I'm an African. I was never offended by that statement because it is true. We don't like truth. The problem with Africans, they hate truth. Truth to an African man sounds like an insult. Because he loves lies. Truth sounds like an insult to an African man because he loves lies. A wise person will take that truth, no matter how bitter and painful it is, and go sit in their private time and begin to investigate and check themselves and say, is there any truth? Does this apply to me? And if it's true, how can I change? How can I improve? How can I be better? How can I do right next time? That's an intelligent person. That's a humble person. That's a wise person. Not an African. They're going to get offended. They don't like truth. Truth to an African man is an insult. Even especially to an elder, you say to their face, you tell them the truth, they say you're insulting them. Without using profanity, just tell them the truth and the wrong in their behavior, they say you're insulting them. How is that an insult? I just told you what's wrong. Africa, Nigeria. Are you sure you are really the giant of Africa? This election, may God help you. I have not even checked the result. Today is actually February 25th, Monday morning. It's about, I think, 6:30, 7:30 in the morning, my time, Eastern Standard Time. So I haven't checked the results, but I don't even care for the results. For you to postpone an election that had corruption written all over it. Excuse me, yes. To postpone an election a week ahead, a day of the election for another week. What you need another week to do? You didn't know you didn't know the election was coming? Was that like a surprise? Were you surprised you woke up February 14th? Oh, we're supposed to vote. Okay, we're going to cancel. Like, what's up? I don't get the mindset. These people who are leading us in Africa, do they have brains? And they travel abroad all the time. Do they sit and even you don't even have to travel abroad these days? Sit in your home and watch and see how people do business, politics, whatever. Watch it on social media. See how people live and conduct themselves in other parts of the world. You don't even have to travel to the West. But there's something that's a veil over the African man's mind or heart or something. And those of you who even travel abroad, your mindset has not even changed of how you do ministry, or how you do business, how you conduct your lives. It hasn't changed. You may just come to maybe get some stuff, fact, whatever, and going back and just brag and show off. But your mind doesn't change. We have to change our mind. Africa. Don't insult me. I'm not making this video to put down Nigeria or Nigerians or the African. I'm making this video because I'm pleading to my people. We have to do better. A person who loves you will tell you the truth, no matter how bitter and painful and hurtful it is. They will tell you the truth. Who doesn't love you will lie in your face and then turn behind your back and laugh at you. We have lied to ourselves for too long, Africans. We have lied to ourselves for too long. We have lied to each other for too long. We have lived a deceptive and mockery life to ourselves and towards each other. We have become a laughing stock to humanity, to the world. The world is not going to save us anymore. The West is not going to save us. We're going to have to save ourselves. And the first sign, the first rule to saving yourself and living a better life, it starts with honesty and sincerity. Brutal honesty, sincerity. Sit down and check yourself. Africans, we have more than enough natural resources to supply the world. Yet we are begging for handouts from the world. Don't you think something is wrong? Our leaders in offices in Africa, they will fly to the West when they have a headache, a malaria, or toothache. They will fly themselves and their wives and their concubines and their children to the West to get treated for headache and malaria or flu or common cold. But it doesn't cross his mind as a leader to say, imagine Donald Trump has to fly out of America to get treated for a flu. It's not like we don't have the resources. It's just not being allocated and used properly. It's been abused. It's been squandered. There are politicians, there are senators and governors in Liberia, in Nigeria, and many parts of Africa make more money than politicians and governors and senators in America, the richest nation in the world. Does that make sense? And then we'll come back and ask the same American people for aid. When senators and governors in America make way less than your senators and governors in your country, the impoverished nation, what is wrong with us? We can no longer continue to make excuses, justification, explanation, and reason why we are the way we are. We have to first start. Look within ourselves. Sit down with brutal honesty and sincerity and say it must stop. Change must happen. Change must begin. And to see the corporate change all over Africa, it has to start with you, me, all of us individually. We cannot pretend. We cannot pretend anymore. We cannot. We cannot. We cannot. We cannot cover all the mess and pretend it doesn't exist. We've done that for a generation. Where has it gotten us? What has it gotten us? It gotten us into the mess we find ourselves in. A continent with more than enough resources to supply the world that is yet begging for handouts from the world. That's what deception, lies, corruption, manipulation, self-hate has gotten us. Can we wake up? Can we begin to have a discussion? Can we begin to formulate, is it a platform, a group, individually? The change we're looking to see in our politicians, it has to start with us individually. Honestly, we don't expect no matter who takes over, we don't expect them to come there with a magic wand and touch, ta-da. Those changes we're expecting to see in those political leaders has to start individually with us. Because those leaders are merely reflecting back to us who we are individually and corporately as a people. That's it. Our leaders are just reflecting back to us who we are. You don't want to see corruption in your government, but you who have a private little business, your little business on the street or wherever you have your business, you are corrupt to your customers. You are corrupt, isn't it? But then you're mad. The government, the only thing the government is, his corruption is at a higher scale than yours, but you are corrupt. So each individual in Africa are living corrupt lives. You add it all together, it equals the corrupt politician who's ruling you. So don't think that you can live a corrupt life be corrupt, however you want to be corrupt, lie, steal, cheat, live a delusional life. All of you. And then you expect the leaders to be what? Perfect? They're just reflecting back to you who you are. So now we want the leaders to mirror us. Then let's begin to live a life of dignity, of honor. Human life. Self-respect. Dignity, honor, self-respect. Let's live a life individually and corporately. Then the leadership in Africa will begin to reflect who we are. Individually and corporately. I thank you and I appreciate you for your comments, your opinion, your suggestions. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you don't have to agree with me, but we don't have to be enemies because we disagree either. Hello. And don't tell me to go solve my problem or focus what's going on in Liberia. You have a problem too. Everyone who's going to give you an opinion or a newscaster, everyone who's talking on social media and giving their 2 cents about the Nigeria election results, trust me, they have a problem. So because somebody have a problem, they should keep quiet. You got a problem too, right? You need to keep quiet then. But having a problem or dealing with a problem is not a justification to be silent. It's time for us to voice our opinion. When you have a problem, now voice your opinion. And let's talk. We can no longer continue on this path and expect there to be an Africa for the next generation. If we don't wake up, China might colonize us. Hello. You know the Chinese colonialism is worse than the Europeans. You know that, right? They slaughter their own citizens. You don't know that? Go do your research. That's the problem. You waste your data and your platform, your data time on Hollywood, Nollywood, and Bollywood. You should begin to educate yourself. It's time. Pick up a book. Read. Get a platform or start a platform. Start a discussion group. Talk. But don't stop there. You can start there. But that talk and that passion and love for your people should drive you to do more than just talking. Amen. I appreciate you and I thank you and I salute you. I'm your drill sergeant, Dagnet. Thank you.